one of the biggest things is that I want to focus on with you is the unit turn.
Okay.
In a sense of this action on the backhand. Okay. Notice how much he's turned.
Right.
And also notice.
Am I sort of facing the net?
You're facing.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll show you. I want to make sure it's very clear.
Yeah.
And also, it's really, what can we use here? Notice this.
Okay.
How stable at contact his wrist is.
Okay. Yeah.
So when we get to your volleys.
Or like the death stare.
So we have the split step. And you see how, look at the difference in how your shoulders, and this might be a ball that's coming a little bit towards you. Keep going. Again, you can really feel, I really feel like at contact, two things. Your shoulder can turn a little bit more.
Okay. And
also your grip kind of gives a little bit. It almost looks like you're fighting with the ball. Whereas when you get forehands, especially on this one, I think this is the high one.
My forehand feels a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. If I look at your grip here, it's like I can almost see where it's like this.
Okay.
Compared to being.
Yeah, okay.
It's just, go ahead and hold it like you are. When you're reaching up, you're here.
Okay.
Instead of having it here.
Yeah, okay. I feel very, very weak on that backhand side, and so I'm probably somehow trying to compensate for that. I'm not quite sure what to do.
I think a lot of the weakness that you're feeling is that grip.
Okay.
Where you're kind of holding it and it's like, ugh.
Okay.
So those are the two big things we're going to work on first. Just making sure we have a good unit turn. Megan wanted to hit every ball. Good unit turn, and that we're stable with the wrist at contact. So first of all, go ahead and start in the ready position. Okay, good. Go ahead and do your unit turn. And that's just a turn. What I want you to do is feel the difference of here, and what I'm going to do is press on your racket. Feel how it feels pretty weak.
Yeah.
Look what happens when this is here, and you can now pull the racket. That subtle change puts a little bit more, I want to say, resistance for the ball. So a lot of times you're reaching out here instead of having it here. And now you should feel like you can pull. Okay? So that's the very first thing I want you to do is shadow splitting and here, and really check to make sure your wrist is in this kind of, go ahead and do it again. No, you're totally fine, totally fine. Freeze. Your wrist here is not here. See how this is kind of flat?
Right.
We're going to prop it up just a tiny bit. Okay? So go ahead and split, turn, and then push out. Good. You're going to keep shadowing? Oh, sorry.
Really good. Okay, now that feels much better.
Good. We're done.
Okay, good.
So you need to work on your face.
Yeah.
There you go, Kevin. Yeah.
Good face.
Yeah, nice job.
It's like,
you're getting it, man.
Thank you. That's my first face. I'm like, I'm in the way. But look at the difference if you potentially make contact where your wrist is.
Yeah, okay.
So let's get you up here. And we're going to have Megan, you're going to shadow to, and Megan's going to toss you a ball. Okay. When she tosses, you're going to go split, wait, and just go. Okay. Very easy. You're going to be right here.
All right, so I'm doing shadow.
So split first, turn, check the wrist. Good? Yeah. And forward. Yes. Ready? And then Megan's going to feed you a ball once you're in that unit turn position. And just nice and easy. Oh.
I'm ready.
Good shot. Wait. Let's check the replay.
Let's check the replay.
And.
Oh!
Here it is.
Now, here's what I want you to look at. Funny enough, we're laughing. I noticed something.
Okay.
When you're pulling, notice how, where's the racket? Your racket's gonna travel in this direction.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, right.
And then it's vertical.
Okay.
What we want, sorry.
Right, I want it to be like this.
Yes,
Yeah?
this, go ahead
Why
and.
am I doing that? Right.
When you.
I like how she's always like,
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So go ahead and start in the unit turn.
All right. So I'm here.
Yes.
Here.
So as you're pulling out, you're not pulling this way. You're pulling this way.
Right.
This way. Kind of the analogy I like to have sometimes. Yes, it's almost like you're pulling your racket on a table. So if this was the table, yes.
Right.
And so there's a little bit of lag in a sense that The racket head is going to be
Right.
behind the hand,
Right.
not even with it
Right.
through contact.
Nice thing.
Nice. Easy. Good, good. Let the just meet the ball. Good. Okay. Let's look at a couple of these. It's better. You can feel, yeah, it's like your mind's going, this just shouldn't work. It's better. A little bit where I feel like you're reaching forward, but I'm
Okay.
a little bit more than I would want. But
Okay.
what I want you to really focus on is the fact that how your racket's moving through the ball.
Yeah.
Go to the last
Last
couple.
two were the best. There's a little bit more edge.
Yeah, yeah. And what he's talking about edge, I was saying feel as if the edge here is
Yeah.
leading the swing
Right.
versus the strings kind of facing the ball.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, especially this one. You can see how the ball is almost riding the racket. It's not so
Yeah, okay.
flat.
Yeah.
That was a really good one. Even on that one. Okay. Let's do one more. And how do you feel comfortable? How comfortable do you feel with the swing now?
Yeah, pretty comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing I would kind of just say is see if we can get where you're doing a great job of transferring your weight. It's just making sure you wait on the back leg a little longer and push through. The legs are going to provide the power, not you so much as going this. And so if we can get you to start transferring the thought process of like this compared to push,
Okay.
it becomes a lot easier. Okay? So go ahead and shadow. Just wait on that leg and yes. You've already been doing it. We just really want to refine the timing a tiny bit. Good. And then Megan's going to feed. Wait and no. Wait and still lead with the edge of the racket. Nice. Nice, Nina. Let's do where you feed one and then hit one. So she hits two balls. So she's going to feed, you're going to hit, and she's going to block one back to you, and then you're going to hit. Nice.
Nice, Nina.
Okay.
You want it?
Yeah. Hold up. Is it good? We'll look at the last one. What I want to make sure we continue to do is after the contact here, continue to give a little bit more.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I feel like on some of them, like that one, that's the live ball.
Yep.
And we want to
Okay.
see if we can just create a little bit more give. And it won't feel so abrupt.
Yeah, okay.
Two things I would say is just make sure you're leading with the edge and you're guiding through the ball.
Okay.
Do a couple of rallies, maybe?
Yeah.
Cool.
Couple rallies. You're working hard back there. So now it's just the rally. And again, the biggest thing I think for you to understand is, go ahead,
Yeah.
is just keeping it this angle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to do.
You want to go and you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And just from here, you're just pulling.
Yeah.
That's contact. And then you extend. Nice.
Nice, Nina.
Ooh.
Good try.
Yeah. The biggest thing right now as you're doing this is think wait longer. Just let it come to you. So wait. Yeah. Wait. Nice. So
Okay.
we want to be making contact in the.
Really?
I think of in the center of your chest. Yeah. So you're still consistently just
Right,
ahead.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I ever would have thought that I'm hitting my backhand volley early.
I was looking at you before and after, so looking at how much your left hand played a big role, and I think that's where you have the experience of going, I feel like it's going to be very weak
Yeah.
because you don't have the left hand assisting you out here to brace.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not like you used to hold on, but there's
You can really see it doing work.
right, you just released it right before contact compared to now the release is much earlier.
Yeah, okay.
Not so good. And we want to still increase how long you're waiting.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a good start. I think you're starting to understand the framework of using your shoulders and your legs to push through the ball. Biggest thing we're going to focus today is the timing of when you're hitting the ball. Because that was one of the biggest things yesterday where you're constantly ahead. So what I want you to do is take one more step forward. Go ahead and set up. And we're really trying to emphasize that this is where you're going to be making contact.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're starting to swing and you're making contact out here. So we're going to exaggerate it a little bit. I'm going to pull your hand back a little bit so you can hopefully make contact here and extend through.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to hold on to the racket a little bit.
All right.
Maybe give you a better hand. Go ahead. So we're still,
You want me to actually be parallel to me, yeah.
yeah, see if that helped. So if you were making contact, that would be
Yeah, okay.
exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Still. It's better. Ideally,
Where should it be like for real? Like
range-wise,
really?
somewhere between
Really?
here. Once you get out here, then you're going to lose a lot of that stability you have. Can you prepare in a unit turn one more time? Unit turn?
Sorry,
Oh,
what did I do?
unit turn?
Okay.
There we go. A little difference of what your shoulders are doing. Where before you were like this,
Okay.
here. Good. Much better. Good. Good.
That's going to take a lot of practice to switch what I do. It feels totally different. It's a bit like when I first tried changing my forehand. Like that feels totally different than what I do.
I want you to notice, let's see if we catch it here. Notice where your shoulders are in this,
Yeah, okay.
and notice how this changes the position of your racket. Having your shoulders turn a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you're right on the
Yeah,
edge of,
okay. Yeah. Right. Okay.
it's consistent.
Yeah, right.
Thanks. So I think from this angle, I can really see it where it's like your shoulders before were here,
Yeah.
and we want to get that extra pull,
Right.
and that'll set you up where you'll make that contact.
Yeah.
Good. It's drifting a little bit. Yeah. It's a lot better. There a little, but still.
Yeah, okay. So we just have to really
Yeah.
exaggerate that for a while. Okay.
Good. Sometimes the analogy I use for reminding myself about the shoulders, thinking as if my shoulder's a cannon. In a sense, you would have to point the cannon to where you want the ball to go. So most of your balls sometimes are going right around Megan, and you generally it's because your shoulder's pointing that direction and your arm's following that path.
Right, okay.
I feel like you're doing pretty good. I want you to try to hit the ball that direction. So that means we're gonna have to really turn your shoulder more and let your shoulder lead where you want the ball to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, wait a little bit longer. Yes. Turn and wait. Yes, good job. Turn and wait. Good. Turn, wait. Good. Wait, yes. Wait, yes. 2 more, please. Good. Wait, long. Good.
Waiting more as a theme in my
Yeah.
playing.
Boom.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, those feel much better.
That was a little ahead. Not dramatically. So what I want to do now
Okay.
is actually change direction. So you have to work on the slight change of shoulder angle.
Okay.
Good. I like the shoulders. So the difference of split, 1 ball there. Let's take 2 balls to each corner. So you're going to really change the shoulder, and then this one is where you can actually have the shoulder a tiny bit more open because this is where you're going to go. Again, that analogy of the canton. Love my analogies.
This is where the came into play.
Yeah, you can tell. Hey. Good. Turn the shoulder and wait. Wait. Good. Now, other direction on the other side of Megan. Okay. Good. Wait. Good. Not as much shoulder turn. Good. Good.
Okay.
And this is okay in the sense that you're hitting on the outside of the ball. You can tell your racket strings.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit ahead, but still, you're going to find yourself when you're hitting balls that way, this setup. The difference is, which is hard to tell here, your center of the chest is more in front. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
if this is my center,
Right.
it's almost relatively late behind me to get the ball to go that direction.
Yeah.
But it's still in the center here,
Right.
but the ball's going in a new direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Little bit coming around, but still.
Okay.
Continue, wait.
Okay, so we're still.
Good.
Okay. Right.
Let's cross. This is what before. How far are you in front?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And even your
Not
shoulder
far.
turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay.
How much more you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that's different even from yesterday, because we were looking up there this morning, is how you're less dependent on the left hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even yesterday, I
Because
kind of caught it
have
later.
More, stability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean,
caught.
still forget. I have to remind myself to get that position.
No, but it's a lot better. Because we were looking at the footage yesterday, and I was like, whoa, I totally missed it. You were kind of shoving a tiny bit with your left hand, even after we worked there yesterday. And today, it's just, you're completely letting go.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas in here,
And I
you were
want
going,
to be, yeah.
your hand, yeah, you're
Okay.
pushing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more independence just using that,
Okay.
the right arm. So that's good.
Okay.
I think just
That's much better.
the thing to click for you is really remembering the shoulder turn, especially if you're going to go to that side.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. No, that feels much better.
Good.